Thank you for joining us today to learn exactly how you can adapt your repair business to expand your customer base by setting up a mail-in repair flow using Repair Shopper. This video is going to be helpful because we are going to give you a chance to understand how to expand your business and make it easier for your customers to get started with their repair requests. When the process for starting and completing a repair is easier, you will be able to save time and make more money. This process is going to take us less than 1 hour to set up from start to finish, and then you will have a whole new revenue stream coming from your website. There are a number of ways to do this, so today we are going to show you a simple way for how this flow will work from your website all the way to sending the device back to your customer. With this flow, we are going to assume that you have already had a paid Repair Shopper account, you have a PayPal account or another credit card processor that integrates with Repair Shopper. You've already set up your repair flow for your business, and you have a website that you can use to integrate with this flow. Let's go ahead and start with making a ticket custom field, which will be used to capture details from your customer that you will need when working on their device. Jumping over to our admin page, we're going to scroll down to our ticket preferences. We can see some of these and we see ticket custom fields. Um, we have a standard field that we use for other scenarios, but we're going to create a new field type and we're going to call that mail in for our mail in repair. Getting these fields that you're going to use now will save you time later on from having to call the customer for additional information, making sure technicians have the information they need. So we can see that we have some fields. So when I create a new field here, we're going to add a few options. So we want to maybe shipping preference as one option. We want to go ahead and capture that for our situation. I'm going to do a drop down. So we do this, I'm going to FedEx overnight, and we're going to charge 50 for that. We'll do US priority mail. Do USPS first class. That's pretty good. So we'll create those. This is going to be required. We'll have to have them fill this out for us to complete this form. We also want to get a device password. We're going to use text field. There's other options like checkboxes. We're also going to require this. Just we don't want them to forget to fill out a step during that process. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get a serial number for this as well. Again, text field required. So that way if it has a serial number, we can capture that. Now from here, there's other fields that you can create, other checkboxes, drop downs. Maybe we want to do one quick one here. Has uh, data on the device been backed up? Maybe there's some data. And we can do a drop down again for this. Maybe a checkbox, but we'll do drop down. We'll say yes, no, of course, and A. We create that field. Oh, I forgot to make that required. We're going to go ahead and make all these required. Make it simple for people to fill it out. Now, any other fields that you need, any other information that you get from your maybe paper form or other process you're using now can be filled in here. So please, feel free to add any fields that you may need during your process. Now, we didn't capture any device-related information during these fields because I'm going to jump over to our repair widget and talk through how you can capture specific device information from your customer. So from here, we have our repair widgets. And these repair widgets are very helpful, especially if you are in an environment where you work on a specific list of products that you need to capture, model number or other information from the customer on. So I'm going to edit this one. Now this step is optional, but it's definitely recommended for this scenario we're in today. So we can see we have some iPhone, we have an iPad. Let's go ahead and add a device. So when I add a device, I'm gonna let's do Samsung, right? We're doing kind of mobile devices here today. We can add a thumbnail image. We have categories. You can upload your own URL, but I have a few categories here. Let's see if I can find a good picture for this. Um, Samsung Galaxy S10. Yeah, that would work. Or just Samsung. So we'll do that. And so now that will be the thumbnail on our website. Let's add a model. Let's do Galaxy S10. Why not? And so we're going to get color. Yeah, why not? Black, white, other problem. A list of problems here that I'll just quickly type in. Maybe additional issues. Maybe they have more than one issue there. We want to give them a chance to fill that out twice. We can do that. And you can update this widget device right away if you've finished. Of course, I want to go in there and edit again, because when you edit these, you can clone them and you can add new devices there if you need to. We can change this one to S9. Going through and modifying these with whatever you need is obviously the recommendation. Adding models, we're going to update that. And now we got a pretty good picture. We have a few different devices there that you can see. This is going to be a step in our custom widget that we're going to get to help you capture the device related information. Before we jump into that custom widget, I want to note that you can edit the theme colors for your website integration here on this repair widgets. So I've started to do this. There's different sections that you can color code. Let's just go ahead and copy this over, that background color. Maybe we want this progress display text to also be black. Maybe we want the button text color to be black. Some of these have defaults. We'll leave it like they are, but definitely, this is a great chance to map this up and make it look like the rest of your website with the color scheme. All right. So we've customized the theme colors, we've customized this repair widget. Let's go ahead and put all that together with our custom widgets. So over here on the left, scrolling down again, we see custom widgets. And now when you navigate to the custom widgets, we're going to go ahead and create a new widget flow. And again, we're going to name this and we'll call it mail in repair. So we create this widget flow. It's going to give us a live URL that we'll use to test later. You also have some embed code that we'll mention, but then you're going to add some steps here. These steps are going to be used to have the customer go through a flow to fill out information that you need from them. So we'll get customer information. We're going to find out about that repair widget, the device they have that we just edited. Let's go ahead and get some issue detail using the custom field, the ticket custom field we created. I also want to go over a signature step where we can kind of highlight some terms and conditions for them up front before they start this process, just to make sure they understand what's going to happen. And then there's other steps like appointment, CAPTCHA that you can add in, but we're just going to stick with that confirmation step. Now let's go ahead real quick before we move forward and go in our settings here and adjust these. We need the address, and I'm going to require it. I need a phone number. I need an email address. I need a first name. I'm going to let them tell me how they heard about me. Again, kind of going with the required. Maybe we want to require a mobile number as well. Why not? From our repair widget step, you're going to select the one you want to use. We only have one here, so we'll use that one that we just modified. And then we come to our issue details step, where I want to capture a subject from them where they're going to give me a brief description of their issue. Maybe they'll give me more detailed just kind of commentary on what's going on. And then I'm going to use that ticket type. We use that ticket custom field. And I will just select that one. You can select multiple if you have multiple options. We'll go with that one here today. And now we're at our signature step. This is an HTML form, so you'll be able to modify this, adjust the text and everything, with HTML code if you'd like to. I'm just going to quickly, I've got some terms here. Maybe you already have terms in your intake form, other places in the software. I've just added in some here just real briefly, just so we can kind of populate that with information. Again, recommend, consulting attorney, lawyer, if you want to make sure that any terms you have, are sound. We don't have any specific text we'd recommend putting in there other than, any relevant information your customer may need. And then the confirmation step. I'm going to go ahead and auto create a ticket here. And once I do that, after the customer creates their, fills out their form, it will create a ticket automatically in our system here for us. We're going to redirect this to a new web page after the customer has completed their form. Our marketing team has helped us with a little redirect URL here that we'll take advantage of for our use case today. But of course, you would have a web page on your site that you would have this form redirect to kind of as a final step for your process. We're going to give them some instructions, next step information that we'll highlight a little bit later on. And now from there, that widget is ready to be put on your website. Now, today we're not going to go and put this on a website. Of course, you may be using a different type of web editor. There's a lot of different ones out there, but using the embed code we have here, this is an iframe that you can copy and paste into your website. Of course, if you're savvy with that, you can do it yourself. Recommend, for web developers to help you with this. Something that will be able to just quickly be embedded. If you make any changes, you don't have to go back into your website to change this iframe that you have set up. So that's helpful for your evolution of your repair process here. So no matter what website you have, you can make it work. I'd also recommend, on your home page having a link that says mail-in repair, start your mail-in repair, something like that as a call to action, really help your flow work there. Before we test this out and show it off, we're going to go through and set up a few other things we need to do first. So I'm going to jump back over to our admin page. And from our administration page, I want to look at our notification center. This notification center is used for you and your staff to get internal notifications. So I'm going to create a new notification set, and this is going to be called mail in. I'm going to notify myself. You may have another person who needs to be in charge of this, so you can adjust that. But let's go ahead and look through here. There's a few that we want to make sure that we get notifications on. I want to get notification when someone's replied to an email that we've sent out. We're going to be looking at estimate approvals. I want to see estimates approved. Email could work as well, but we'll just do the in-app ones right now. And then let's go ahead and get another one for a ticket was created. One thing I want to note is that with our notification center, there's many other notifications you may want to use. You definitely can go through these and feel out what works best for you. We do also have Slack and Microsoft Teams integrations that you can use. So I definitely would recommend taking advantage of the notification center to make sure that you're not letting anything fall through the gaps during this repair process. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the email notifications your customers are going to receive during this process as well. So again, from your administration page under PDF and email templates, we will be able to see that there's things like invoice and ticket templates that you'll be sharing with your customer. So we have this invoice template here, which has business information, customer information, line items. You can add in your disclaimer. And then we even have ticket details linked in on this one, this invoice as well. So that looks pretty good. We're going to leave it like it is. It's kind of the default there, so we'll leave that. You can set up the version history if you want to adjust anything if you need to. The ticket template, same thing. We're going to leave that one alone right now. And we're going to jump into our email templates. Ticket comment email is the first one that we're going to be sending out. And we can preview this one real quick. You say, hey, Adam, you have an update from Repair Shopper. This is our business name for your ticket. Here's the information. I'm going to go ahead and edit this real quick here. So I'm going to go and edit. I'm going to just go ahead and, just for the sake of it, remove this update subject and then update that template. So pretty simple there. So when we add a comment on a ticket, it'll send this message to the customer. So we'll leave that one like it is. And there's a lot of customization you can do here. Definitely recommend exploring that. With our unpaid invoice email, let's go ahead and edit this one. I want to make sure that this one has everything we need. Yeah, your invoice is attached. We have these pay with credit card, pay with PayPal links. So when you have a payment integration set up, you'll be able to have those links visible so that customer can quickly pay their invoice securely using Repair Shopper. So I'll leave that one like it is. That looks good. Just want to make sure that I have that those links in there. And the last one I want to look at real quick is the estimate email. Let's go ahead and edit this one. And when we take a look at this one here, we can see that we have customer name, your estimate is attached, and I've added in your account profile online to approve this estimate. So we have that information there. So that way, whenever you are emailing the estimate to get approved, which we're going to use later on, the customer will be able to see this, view their profile, and approve any estimate that you've sent them. So that looks great. Let's head back to our admin page, and we're going to look at some other settings that we need to quickly adjust here. And again, this is a fresh account. I've done a few quick testings, but all the settings are exactly like it is on your default settings for your account. So going to our ticket preferences here, we're going to enable ticket assignment here. We're going to go ahead and also add in an issue type. And I'm going to add in mail in as an issue type there. Let's move it up to the top just for the sake of it. And we'll hit additional settings because I want to add in a few new ticket statuses as well here. Let's do waiting on device and ready for ship. All right, so those look good. With the way we're going to send out notifications to our customer, we don't want the initial issue being emailed out. We're going to set up a different flow for emailing the customer about their ticket. And we also want to make sure that any ticket comment email has a PDF there. The ticket PDF is going to be what we recommend customers print off, include in the package when they send us their device. Everything else looks good. So when we scroll down, I can hit save. All those settings are updated there. One last ticket related thing before we set up some integrations here is ticket automations. So from our tickets settings, ticket automations is here. You can, when you come to this page, click new ticket automation. We have a knowledge base article here you can check out. When I click on this new ticket automation, I'm going to create two options that we will need. This first one, shipping instructions. We're going to create this condition where the ticket type is going to use that mail-in custom field we previously created. And we're also going to note that if the ticket status is new, meaning we haven't touched it, came in fresh. When these conditions are met on a ticket, we're going to have the following actions run. We're going to add in a public comment with an update, and we are going to just quickly add in a little bit of information here. We received your submission. Here's information. Wrapped up product. Here's your address. Maybe you want to add in some terms and conditions, whatever it may be. If you have any questions, please call us. And then you can, put your contact information in there. We have account name. We actually have account phone too, so we can use these template tags. Why not? All right, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm also going to add another status here. It's going to change the ticket status to waiting on device. So that way, what will happen is they fill out the form, it comes in, we send them an email, and then we're going to wait on their device to arrive. So that's great, but there also may be scenarios where people get busy. They might forget to mail the device. So we're going to also add another automation that says, hey, we're waiting on delivery. So now one of those ticket statuses that has been waiting on device for, we're going to say not updated in 168 hours, which is 7 days, 1 week. They haven't sent us anything. We haven't had any updates for a week. I'm going to add a new action here that says public comment. I'm going to send them an SMS. I'm going to send them a little note here. Hey there. We haven't gotten your package yet. Just wanted to check in to see if you had tried. And again, we can use account name here if we want to, anything like that. You can also use things like tech name. We'll do all that just for the sake of that. Uh, so just a little simple thing. We're gonna contact them. Let's just do a contacted update type, and we are gonna leave it like that. So we hit save. Um, Now, if they forget to send it to us for a week, we'll have this notification. Now let's go ahead and jump over to our admin page and let's look at some of the integrations we want to set up. So from our App Center, here we have all of the integrations available, and we have two new integrations that are going to be vital for this flow to work. Those are ShipRush and ShipStation. You have a choice between two shipping integrations. Today we're going to be talking about ShipStation. Each one of these does have app cards and knowledge base articles with more information. So definitely, if you have any questions about these, you can dive in and learn. Now, if you don't have a ShipStation account, you'll need one. We have a link here that's great to use just to click there and sign up for a new account. You can definitely do that. But we're going to go ahead and set this up. We've created an account. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm logged in there. Here we are. And I am going to go to my homepage there, and we're going to walk you through the quick setup. First, we're going to hit the wrench on the top right and be on our settings page. We're going to go to our API settings, and we need to grab the key here and the secret here. We need to have those in there. From there, we're going to need to enable this integration. We want tracking numbers posted as a public comment so that when the tracking information gets updated for this order, we're going to create in ShipStation. We want that comment to show up within Repair Shopper with a tracking number for the customer. One other thing we want to do is we want to set up a webhook so that we can get that notification for that public comment. There's instructions here on how to do that. So we're going to walk through that again. So we're going to we're in our settings already, wrench, we're on our settings page. We're going to go down to our integrations and integration partners. From here, we have this webhook here, and I'm going to remove this existing one, and I'm going to just create a new one here. Repair Shopper mail-in for orders shipped. You can see that order shipped, and we have a URL here that we need to quickly copy and paste back into there. And so we hit save. We have that added in, and now we're all set. Let's head back over to our App Center integration. Let's make sure we save all these changes we've made, and we can see the updates are there, so we're all good. Let's pop back real quick to our apps and check out our PayPal integration here. Scrolling down, PayPal, we have set up here. You just input your PayPal email address, hit save, and we're going to be securely processing the payment through PayPal, where they'll use our credit card, send the payment directly to your PayPal account. That update will come back into Repair Shopper. I do want to recommend checking out WorldPay. They are our preferred credit card processing solution we have integrated with Repair Shopper. They have EMV, chip and PIN credit card terminals. You can do stored credit cards. You also, of course, have the ability to do keyed entry and credit card payments through emailed links that you send to customers. So WorldPay is a great option. Definitely check that out as well. All right. So the very last thing we're going to set up, which is the very last step for your customer as well, is our marketer. Marketer is going to be a great tool to use for a follow-up email after your repair process has been completed. So when you set up Marketer, we're going to scroll down here and we're going to use this 2-week follow-up. So when we enable this, it's going to be turned on, where we can do a test email to ourselves, but we can also edit this. Right now, this is going to be sent 14 days after a ticket's been closed and invoice has been paid. So once this flow that we were going to go through with the customer has been completed, we'll send an email to the customer. And it's a pretty simple email. Hey, close your ticket. How's everything going? Give us a call. Let us know if there's anything we can do. I'm going to change the subject here. how was your recent repair experience? Maybe, you can adjust that. You can do a lot of things here. This is HTML editor. You can add in links, images, but that looks pretty good right now. So I'm going to go ahead and update that mailing. So that's ready to go whenever we have the customer complete their transaction. But now you did it. That's literally all we needed to do to create an entirely new way to do business. Now let's go ahead and dive into how this is actually going to work for your customer. I'm going to head back to our admin page and go into that custom widget we created to show off how this is going to look for your customer. We're going to use this quick URL to show this flow off. When you are using this URL for testing, you're going to need to do it in an incognito window. There's some security settings that are set up here whenever you are using the widget flows when you're logged into a repair shopper account. So just from your testing, you want to use it in incognito. Your customers will of course be able to use it in whatever browser they have. All right. I've got some customer data I'm going to fill in here. So let's go ahead and just going to quickly fill that in. So we got customer information, and yeah, everything looks good. So we're going to hit next here. Now we have those devices, of course, Samsung, other devices. We look at our iPhone 1 that we created. So we have a few different devices here. Let's look at this iPhone 8. I've got a gold iPhone 8, and the screen is cracked. And then maybe they also have an issue with, it's not responding. iPhone 8 display not working. My phone is making noises, but I can't see anything when using it. Please help. All right. Have they backed up the data? No. Uh-oh. Not good. Maybe you're going to give them a PSA about that later. We won't worry about that today. Got a device, serial number, IMEI, whatever you need. What's the password? Do they have a return shipping? Yeah, they're going to do priority mode. They don't want to pay overnight, so they're going to do like that. So we hit next here. The customer is going to go ahead and see all of your terms and conditions, everything that you may have created for them. They can click and agree, sign there, and so from there, we've landed on our little test page we've set up here for internal purposes. But of course, you would have your landing page here. We've got your information. You'll be receiving an email shortly on what to do, how to send this device off to us. Of course, you can change this up, have any information. But this is a great flow because it's going to give the customer a chance to know they've got it done, give them the next steps. And so then you'll be able to go from there. So we're going to go ahead and close out of this incognito tab. And let's go ahead and take a look at now the email that customer got. I've got my customer profile here. All right, and then we got that email. This is in our little test Gmail account here. We can see that update. Hey, we've got your information. Here's what you need to do. All that. They got that PDF that they're going to print off, put in that package, mail it off to you. So that's great. We've got that set up. That looks good. Let's head back over to our repair shopper account now. And over here on the right, we got the little notification. We can see, hey, look, a ticket was created today. Now let's go ahead and click on that. And we can see the ticket that was created. It's at iPhone 8, had the shipping information. We can scroll down and see that update was sent to the customer there. So we have all that information here within the ticket. So from here, we are going to be waiting on your device, and the device arrives, you unpackage it, you do an inspection, make sure everything looks right, package is like it's supposed to be. So let's go ahead and now let's create an estimate to send to this customer. So from the ticket, we can create a new estimate. They have an iPhone 8, so let's go ahead and see. We have our part here, an iPhone 8 assembly. We're going to add that line item that we're going to sell them. And then they said they're going to get USPS priority mail. So we've got that inventory item here as well, so we can charge them the price for that shipping as well there. Now let's go ahead and we've already has ours is published already. Let's go ahead and email it to them. Just send them a quick email. It's gonna have that PDF there, but when we send that email out to them, we'll take a look real quick and see what this is gonna look like for us. There's our email. Again, they'll be able to see estimates attached, your account profile online, the PDF, and then when they click on that online profile, here is the customer portal. Now this is something that you have available where you can let the customer see the ticket history they have. They can also see the estimates here that we've noted. You can view the PDF from within this portal. They can update themselves on the ticket. So hopefully that'll cut down on the questions, the phone calls, the follow-up. You can keep them up to date here within this status. So they're going to approve this. And when they approve that, the ticket status changes to customer reply for us. So we can see that. If we jump back over to our estimate, we have a little internal notification saying that the estimate status was changed. So we can see that. If we refresh this page here, it'll also show us that here. Now, when they approve it, you get those notifications, of course. The ticket itself will also show you a note that it's been approved. So then you go forward with your repair. Maybe we want to add a note here. Should do a public note. And we're going to say, this device has been repaired successfully. You can add whatever information you need. We're doing a public note. It's not going to email the customer, but it will make that visible on any templates there so they can kind of have that update. Now that we've done our repair flow, we've completed the repair, we're going to send the customer this invoice. I'm going to quick view into this estimate here, and I'm going to convert this over to an invoice. And when I convert that invoice over, we can see all of our line items here already added from the estimate. We can see that it's linked to that ticket in estimate. And now I can email this out. Once this is paid, we will ship the device back to you. Definitely recommended flow there. And let's go and check out what that email looks like. There it is. And there's our link. Click here to pay. They click there, takes them again to their portal where they can see the invoice and they can check out with PayPal. And it'll take them securely to their PayPal where they can log in, do whatever they want to do there. They can create an account or they can just pay simply. And that flow has been completed. Since we're not actually taking a payment though, I'm going to jump back over to the invoice and manually take this payment here. I can specify payment methods and do an offline mode just so we can have that invoice paid. Now, we have not finished this repair. We still have some steps to do, so I'm not going to close this ticket out yet. I'm just going to hit continue. And from this invoice, I'm going to jump back over to this ticket because we have one final important step to do. We need to create this order in ShipStation. We've set up that integration. Now I'm going to show it off. From your ticket, over here in the actions, there's going to be a drop down that says send to ShipStation. So when I click this button, it's going to send that order. We had a little update, shipment created. All right, and we're here on our ShipStation, and we can see that order that we sent from Repair Shopper has arrived. So we click on this order number. You can see the contact information is there. We are able to review it, add any notes, but we're going to go ahead and select our shipping label. I'm going to do FedEx Ground. We just kind of have a little default. I'm going to just kind of make a little simple weight here. Of course, you'd want to calculate this out, give it a size. And then once you do that, you create that label. And once you hit create label, that is going to let you print out your label, download that, get that package ready. Schedule your pickup for your package with the carrier that you're going to use. And let's go ahead and jump back over to Repair Shopper to see how that ticket looks. So go to this ticket here, we can scroll down. We see that that order has been marked as shipped. So we can track that, see that information there. And of course, this has been set as a public comment. So it's going to go ahead and email this to the customer where we can let them know that package is shipped. They can wait on that to arrive. And from here, we're going to go ahead and we've already resolved that ticket out. So we're just going to close that ticket out, mark that as complete. And then in 2 weeks, your customer will get that marketer email that we set up for them. And if they have any issues, they'll be able to reply to the emails you got. If we head back over to that email, we can jump over and see they got that tracking information email there so they can reply with any questions they have. But from there, everything's been set up. Everything's working well. You're ready to go. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up here today. But now that you have that flow set up, go ahead and start making some money with Repair Shopper using our new mail-in repair integrations and this flow. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, email us at help@repairshopper.com.